All right. Remember the other day whenever I told you to always be prepared, always have your spare parts for the trailer. So there's the equalizer on this side. See how it's riding? See how high the springs are? That's pretty well normal. Let me get your hand a little bit better. See that? The springs are actually pretty well normal right there. About 2 inches, 2.5 inches off. All right, so I was doing the look around or walk around before I left location, and found this side here. Now, what's wrong with that picture? Let me get the shadow out of the way. Can you guys see how far off that spring is, or the lack thereof? Maybe right there. See how far that spring is? Now look at how that equalizer is riding. Let's show you what it's supposed to look like. This is what one's supposed to look like. See how high up it is? If I had to bet, I'd bet that hole has worn itself down to about right there. And obviously you can tell I haven't pulled the tires off or none of that stuff. Just by looking at it, we'll see here in just a little bit where it's at. But anyway, I know I'm in the shadow, or I'm in the shot. It's whatever. It happened. So anyway, I'll put it on time lapse and then we'll see what it looks like. Alright, so you've seen I got the tires off. Look at, it's pretty much what I thought it was going to be. It is wore smooth through. So I got to just pull this bolt out, that bolt out, that bolt out, and swap it over with the new one, and you'll see how it's supposed to look. So anyway, this is why I say always make sure you have spare parts, especially if you're out here in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, I'll put you back on time lapse and we'll see what you do, or what we get done. Alright, so pretty much as I suspected, wore almost all the way through. It was riding right there on the frame. Now's a good time to check the bolts. Yes, this is a greasable bolt. Forgot it wasn't in the frame. But as you can tell, sometimes stuff doesn't get greased like it's supposed to, and that's my fault. But anyway, half the time you can't even get it to take grease anyway because it gets all clogged up with dust. So as you can tell, I've been trying to grease it, but it hasn't been getting in there. So that's got to be replaced. I checked this side right here. This side seemed like it was okay. I didn't see anything wrong with it. So that one's, we're going to go ahead and keep that side. There's the shackle that matches it. It's not too bad, so we'll go ahead and keep that side. And then these are the nuts that came off of that, so we'll keep those. Those are good. And then we looked at the other one. So the other one is not as good. The bolts wore out there. See how oblong that is? So that's got to go. The bolt is starting to wear pretty good on this one. And then this one here is, of course, oblonged up. So this whole set here has got to go. This ain't gonna work. Luckily, I've got more shackles, more bolts, even the center bolt here. So I'll get those out and then start putting it back together here in just a second. All right, so here is the replacement parts. Brand new bolts, brand new neoprene nuts, and these aren't quite as heavy as these, so I'll probably end up having to change them out sooner, but it was all I could find at the time, and I needed to have a restock for just in case this happened again. And as you can tell, it did. So anyway, there's the new one. So I'll get y'all on time lapse and get it put back together. Alright, so this is how it's supposed to look. That's a lot better. Bolts are in to where that whenever if they were to back out, they wouldn't get into the tires. Everything's nice and tight, but still loose enough that it moves. So anyway, that's how it's supposed to look. Next time we mess with it, we'll probably work with the electrical end of things, because I just realized that the brake wires have came undone from somewhere, so I gotta rewire that part. All the joys of the lease road. Anyway, I'll get the tires put back on and then we'll finish up. So it looks a lot better like that. That's actually how it's supposed to look. Let's see here. It's a lot better off. It raised the trailer up. It's got it where it'll actually have a little bit of suspension now. So anyway, if you made it this far, thanks for watching.